everyone, today we're going to talk about keeping up with your cutting boards, charcuterie boards, and other wood products that are not furniture in your home. It's super important to keep up with keeping your boards oiled. If you don't, then what happens over time, they're going to crack. You can see with this one, this is an olive wood board, my favorite wood. But anyway, you can tell when it needs to be oiled because it looks ashy and it's going to feel rough. And so when it gets to this point, you definitely want to get it oiled and also put wax on it. You don't have to put the wax on it. If it is a cutting board, I like adding an extra layer of wax because it does add some extra protection. The product that we use, it's from a company called Walrus Oil. No, there's no walruses harmed. I think they use that name because of the protection level. We do sell it here at our shop. A bottle this size is $10. We also sell, so this bottle has in it your coconut oil, which kills bacteria, mineral oil, vitamin E, and beeswax. Your vitamin E is going to condition your wood, and the beeswax is going to add a layer of protection. So that's why I love this product, because it's an all-in-one. But they also sell just wood wax alone. And so if you have bowls or wooden spoons, you don't need to really add the wax. I like to add this when it comes to cutting because it just adds another layer of protection. So super easy to use. This is our giant bottle we use here at the shop, but you just pour some on. I usually just use my hands because there's no sense, because if you use the paper towel, it's just going to soak it up. But you can already start to see the difference. So this is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it looks like now. So you can definitely see this board definitely, we were behind on our duties here at the shop of oiling some of our items. But what I do, I just rub it in. At my home, what I do, I usually just leave it in overnight and let it soak through. But here at the shop, obviously I can't just leave all these laying around. So I'll just take my paper towel and I'll just wipe it off. You want to make sure you get the entire board all around. If you don't, what's going to happen, if you leave the back like this, then what's going to happen, you've got an uneven absorption rate in your board, and moisture, or this part starts drying out even more, this part's not, and it'll just warp and crack. No bueno, okay? Then if you want to add an extra layer of protection, you can open up, use the wood wax. You can take a chunk out with your fingers. I'm going to do like that. You can rub it on with your hand, or you can take a non-abrasive sponge and kind of accomplish the same thing. Again, you're just going to want to rub it in. Now with this wax, I like letting it sit for at least an hour to make sure it gets really soaked in. And then once again, you're just going to take this and you're just going to kind of rough it out. People ask me how often to do this. It really kind of depends on how often you're using your items. For me personally, it's I liken it to seasoning a cast iron skillet. So the more that you do this, the more it's going to build up a protective layer. But I would say also wintertime, you're going to do it more often than you do in the summertime. So I would say at least once a month. You just want to check. You don't maybe not have to do it once a month, but just check on it. Every time that you wash this and wipe it down, I would add another layer of this. So if you have any questions, just call us and let us know. Otherwise, yes, you can buy this product here in our shop or also our online store. Thanks so much. Happy oiling.